Okay, greetings. This is Grandmaster Amara again, coming to you live from Mombasa, Kenya. We were on the beach earlier, so I know you guys can see the effects of that transmission. But now we're here in the busy part of Bamburi, Mombasa, at a restaurant, getting ready to get something to eat. Some biryani. So, Kelvin, how long have you been in? Tell us about how you got from New York to Mombasa.
Well, for me, I just basically I asked my work ahead of time, and luckily they said I could have some time off to come here. I planned it out. I saved for a couple $1,000s, although it's not that expensive. I mean, if you just gotta be religious and check. I tried kayak, but you can check other sites. And I got my ticket actually for $650. I bought it like 6 months in advance. It wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't expensive. And then I just flew out. Basically, what you got to do for me, it's easy to get an e-visa. I went to e-visa or e-citizen, and then just got my visa to come to Kenya. And it was just super simple. I mean, you can get it on arrival too, but I like to just be prepared. It's faster. You can walk right through.
Okay, so you got yours
beforehand online. Yeah,
okay.
You can print it out. Always bring. I print a lot of things just in case. I make a photocopy of my passport, photocopy of my visa, and then I just basically bring a credit card and call the bank, tell them to unlock it, and then just I take out money while I'm here. I don't do the exchange thing and bring bills here. But I think if you bring bills, they have to be crisp, they have to be newer, and they got to be like 100s, 50s, 20s. But it's super simple to be here. I mean, ideally if you have something like a connection like Amon Ra or myself while I'm here, you know what I mean, or someone who's here on the ground who kind of knows what it is, knows how to move. And knows kind of the infrastructure. It's super easy to just do things and move around. Peace. What's going on?
Now you see the chats, they come, but they fade because you're talking. So don't let it confuse. Don't worry about that.
Okay, no doubt.
Yeah, we can read them as later.
I'm gonna be in Kenya till March, so I'm here for a few months. I said I had to get out of the New York weather, man. It's too cold. The weather here is beautiful. I said earlier, it's built for our biology, but I mean, it's super simple to come here and it's super cheap, especially when you know where you're going. The most expensive thing is the flight, really. And then you can kind of just experience. I mean, your body's and your brain's gonna kind of be in like, kind of more of a defensive mode, I guess. Anytime you go anywhere, your brain's always gonna be trying to think how you can survive. But once you relax and you can kind of just really be here, it's nice. People are welcoming, they're relaxed.
So you say the Kenyan people are welcoming?
Welcoming, very welcoming.
Welcoming.
Very nice. Very
now
polite.
I see you have a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about her.
She's great. Very feminine, very nice. Caters, you know what I mean? Like.
They like, is she Kenyan or is she a black American?
Yeah, she's Kenyan. Yeah.
Okay. Now you see, that's a thing that we don't normally talk about.
Yeah.
Even Kenyan men don't talk about, but there's a reality of whenever you try to settle down, that there's got to be a woman somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a brother, real brother. You know.
Yeah. So I'm just mixing it up, and she's not here with me right now. Yeah, she's with her friend.
Now, do you have any kids?
No.
No, you're young and don't have kids yet.
28, no 28. Kids, trying to keep it low. Even if you have a kid, it's super easy to come here. Like, I think it's great to come here and expose yourself, expose them, and it makes understanding, I think, our situation at the States and the situation here a lot. It brings things complete. For me, it did at least. And I think it made me feel a lot more centered. You get a mental, psychological peace when you're here in Africa. Like you're not defensive. You're not paranoid. Like everyone's a brother or sister. You know, and it's just a different kind of energy, different kind of vibe. You feel welcome. They make you feel welcome generally. I mean, it's a new culture, different kind of language. So there's obviously things you're going to be thinking about, looking around, kind of curious, a little bit more reserved. That's how I move. But still, like I just feel relaxed.
So you went to the beach today.
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And we didn't get in the water and everything, but you saw the tranquility and the harmony with the people. Like if we went to a public beach in the U.S., somewhere around there got to be an idiot that's going to be yelling and screaming, or they're going to be causing trouble, or they'll be maybe playing music too loud, or walking hard around. Yeah, so I wanted to see that you noticed that it was just people sitting together, chilling.
Yeah, there was a lot. I mean, there was a lot of people out there, and they were playing some music, but everyone was pretty just chilling. You know, everyone was relaxed, swimming, having a good time. A lot of kids, a lot of family, which was cool. You know, and it's just so different out here. I don't know. Hard to explain.
Okay.
And it's way different than New York. The pace is a lot different. So if you're coming from the States, you come here, it's a way slower pace.
Okay, let me look at the messages and see if I can read out some of the thingies here. Oh, we got some good messages. How long you gonna be in Kenya? So you're gonna be in Kenya for how long?
I think I'll answer that one. I'll be here till March 12th.
He's gonna be here till March.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be here for 3 months. So he made a plan for a trip that's 3 months long. Glad to see brothers traveling home. Yeah, Mr. Private Bean, there you go, bro. And greetings all from Motiba. Okay, let me move these out. Turn your phone horizontal. When we turn the phone horizontal, it comes up with rotate the phone. So I'm really sorry about that. I gotta figure out how that works when we do these things on the phone. True Fist to the North. Okay, true brother living here in the U.S. As a black person, we're always on the high alert. Yeah, so I think he's telling you that you're not going to be into so much of that when you're here. Okay, thanks, Mr. Private Bean, for letting me know. I don't know on my end what you guys can see on your end.
Can they hear me clearly? Am I talking too fast? Too choppy?
No, you know the speaker is here.
Okay.
And when I lay it here, I'm worried that it's.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I gotta hold it up a bit so it's like that. It's not like that.
But I've been here actually 4 times.
Okay, tell us about that.
And I was introduced to it through a church that when I was young, I was raised in the church.
How old are you now?
I'm 28.
Oh, 28.
And the organization, the church has an organization that they work with that's local here in Ndiwa, Kenya. And that's basically how I got introduced here. And from there, I actually met local people, and I was working with another organization as well in another area in Machakos, Kenya, Duncan Zangi. Then from there, I met other people. That's how I actually met my girl. And I've been coming back ever since, you know what I mean? Back and forth. And it's just been an interesting experience. I always felt like this is home. I always felt some kind of connection. It made a lot of things make sense. And I made me really curious about Africa, curious about our situation in the States and just our situation all over the world, really, as black people, our situation. And, it kind of just made me really see things from a more holistic perspective and see the business opportunities, see how we should at least be here and getting involved in the development. And if you want to be in the States, that's cool, but at least have some kind of connection, opportunities here in America. I think it's great to be here and build economically and have connections and really just have some form of unity. I think personally we're getting to that point. I think we're kind of, there's a global shift, I think, taking place amongst our people. I think that way. I'm trying to be optimistic, and I think that's what's happening. But 4 years, and I love it. I always come back. I plan on continuing to come back, and eventually I'd like to explore other places on the continent. I've only been to Kenya, but I would like to go to Ghana. I'd like to go to Nigeria. I'd like to go to South Africa, Gabon, Congo, Ethiopia.
You gotta do a lot of traveling now.
I want to try to make something work.
You gotta get an understanding woman, because I don't know if she's gonna be traveling with you. So those are the things that nature does its course for.
I'm an adventurous guy. I like to. I've been to Peru. I think it's good to get out of the country in general. Been to Peru, been to Jamaica, it's good, some good stuff. Biryani. Never had it.
Biryani, but okay, yeah. So it's chicken there, marinated. Okay, so you're in Mombasa now. Tomorrow, where are you going?
Tomorrow, I'll be in Mombasa for a little while, but tomorrow we're actually heading to Kilifi, which is about an hour away. I'm not sure what direction it's in, but okay, exactly. Yeah, so we're going to the coast, the Kilifi coast. I actually meeting another brother. I'm not gonna explain too much what we're talking about. But basically, he wants to start a food academy. He's really big about healthy, conscious food eating. He's a chef. I know back home, a lot of us grow up in food deserts. A lot of us actually have developed health issues because of the situation we're in, or the lack of food opportunities, or a lack of understanding about food science. he sees how the game has been monopolized. He also lives in the States. He's a Kenyan brother. He lives in the States as well. He's in North Carolina, and he sees how this Monsanto, Bayer, and other big companies, corporations are controlling food, controlling water, which I think is a form of it could be a form of warfare.
Okay.
You know, and I think that it's really important to make sure that we have healthy, nutritious, food to feed our mind, to feed our body, and I think Africa is a huge opportunity to do that.
Good. I don't want your food to get cold.
Yeah, facts.
So you eat while I talk to them.
Right.
I don't mind eating in their face. But yeah, but the brother for some hours now. I know he hasn't eaten, so I know he's hungry. Because the food is good. It's good, huh? So now, amazingly enough, another brother called me this morning telling me I'm coming to Mombasa on Saturday. He's in Arusha, Tanzania now. And I don't know if some of you remember me when I was telling you there's a black American that was in Ghana, and then I did the research, and then he came all the way to Mombasa to see for himself. That guy was named Martin, and this is Martin that's coming again to Mombasa 10 something years later. So let's see, I'm going to definitely have an interview with him. And then there's another guy, Jay Powell. I don't know if you're out there, Jay. He's telling me he's traveling tonight, or I'm not sure, or tomorrow. He just wanted to know how to get there. Wow. There's a big traffic jam outside. But anyway, I'm going to cut this one short. We'll be right back again with another video. Well, let me look at the comments before. What's your contact info, bro? My wife and I are planning a trip to Kenya. We have Amon info already. That's true, fits to the north. Michael Finch, my lady. It's been more than a month and my paper's still not ready. Okay, just take your time and get it right. When I get there, introduce me to that waitress. Okay.
Tell him to send his contact information or his email or something.
Yeah, we'll put Kelvin's contact in the description. He's saying it's warfare about the food part. Are you kin to James Tuck that live in Atlanta, Georgia? He is from Albany, New York. No, unfortunately, that's close, but now, must be another James. The post office is being a pain in the ass to get my passport. Oh, man, we knew that shit was going to happen when we start coming, man, but I heard take care of that. Police cars right in front of the place.
Why he fight, huh?
It's like Africans can't see what's going on in the rest of the world. The audio is muffled. Okay, we're gonna work on that. But let us sit down and try to get on the laptop, and then we can get a better interview, and then answer some of your questions.
Ah.